the lion pet or the griffin pet. To be honest guys, these two pets are really good choices of pets, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you which one is better, the lion pet or the griffin pet. And also, before we get into it, I just want to say I've kept timestamps in today's video, so if you guys wanted to, feel free to go back or go forward, feel free to with the timestamps. And without that, let's actually get into it. Okay, so let's look at the first thing. Let's talk about the price of the lion pet and the price of the griffin pet and see which one is cheaper. That'll help us answer our first question. Okay guys, so a pretty good lion pet right now with the crochet tiger plushie and all this stuff is going for 56.9 million coins, which is a pretty good amount, pretty reasonable for this. And now let's check out the griffin price. Okay guys, a good griffin with the dwarf turtle helmet is going for 65 million coins. And so that's pretty expensive, but maybe it's good. Let's find out. Okay, so as you guys could see, the griffin pet was almost 9 million more coins expensive than the lion pet. So that means the lion pet earns a check mark for this first point. The lion pet has won this first round. Now let's talk about the stats of each pet. Okay guys, so basically the lion pet here gives us 25 speed, 50 strength, 35% bonus attack speed, but that's only because of the crochet tiger plushie. It has 5 ferocity, and now for the abilities, the primal force adds 20 damage and strength to your weapons. First pounce makes first strike, triple strike, and combo 100% more effective. And the king of the jungle is really what's the whole point of this. Deal 150% damage against mobs that have attacked you. That is a really good perk. The King of the Jungle perk, that is a really good perk. So if a mob even like attacked you, like a Slayer boss, you could deal 150% more damage to it, which in my opinion is really cracked. But now let's look at the Griffin pet. Okay guys, so for the Griffin pet here, we can see it has 25 strength, it has 10 intelligence, it gives you 10% crit chance, 50% crit damage, and 10 magic find, which is cool. Obviously, because this is for Diana, and so for the Odyssey, you guys know that perk, mythological creatures, you find in burrows, you dig, skill, and difficulty, blah blah blah. And legendary constitution, this is actually what is a good perk about it, permanent regeneration 7 and strength 8, that is like really good. Heal on nearby players for 20% of the final damage you receive, excludes other griffins. That's also good. And King of Kings, gain 15% more strength when above 85% health. That is also a really cracked perk. And it has dwarf turtle helmet. And to be honest, this thing compared to the lion pet is a pretty tough thing. I would say the griffin pet is really just better for healing, and the lion pet is really just better for first hit damage. The griffin pet is good for overall damage, and mostly it's like a RNG magic find / Diana pet. That's really what the griffin's about here. Now we're going to talk about the uses of each of these pets. The main purpose of the lion pet is actually being able to do dungeons. I know it might sound super weird, but the whole main purpose of the lion pet is actually being able to do dungeons. Now, why is that the purpose of the lion pet? Well, the purpose of the lion pet for being able to do dungeons is because the lion pet is really good for damage. And if you have that damage pet, and the lion pet is also good for first hit mobs. So let's say you wanted to get a first hit on a mob that has a super high crit, lion pet would be practically one of the best pets for that. And that is like why it is really good for dungeons, is because if you can one tap all the mobs there with the first hit with the lion pet. So let's say you deal 500k first hit with the lion pet. If you're in a floor 3 dungeon with your weapons and stuff, you could just insta kill that mob right there. While with the griffin pet, you'd probably have to kill it in 2 hits or so. And that's why the lion pet is pretty good for dungeons. But now let's talk about what the griffin pet's good for. One of the main things the griffin pet is really good for is Diana. That's the whole reason why you get the griffin pet, is because of Diana, because it's literally a Diana pet. As you guys can see, if I click on Diana, she literally gives you the level 1 griffin common for 25k coins. So that means it's obviously a Diana pet. So it's good for Diana. Another thing it's good for is magic find. It is really good for magic find. And finally, it is good for healing. And to be honest, all of these things combined, it is good for practically lots of things in Hypixel Skyblock. But if I'm going to be good, honest with you guys, damage is practically, Griffin is okay with damage, but it's not the best with damage. I would say Lion Pet is much better with damage. And yeah, I guess that concludes the video. All in all, I would say that the Griffin pet is a better pet. But if you are a damage person, you could use the Lion pet, since the Lion pet is going to be better for damage. So for me, as you guys can see, I am a damage person, so I have the Lion pet. I do not have the Griffin pet. But if you want to be healed and all of that stuff, and you don't really care about damage, then the Griffin pet would practically be the best pet for you. And on top of this, the Griffin pet is just 9 to 10 million coins more expensive than the Lion pet, which is a little bit costly, but to be honest, it's not that bad. And all in all, it comes down to your opinion on what you want to do, and that's really all that matters. And if you guys are still here watching this video, you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, like button, and the bell. It would really mean so much to me, and it would help me out so much. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next video. Bye guys.